Let's take a look at how to do the bedroom blueprint spreadsheet portion of the assignment. So first thing we'll do is take a look at the directions. Yours will look like so. Okay, so think about it. You've just won the Kids Design Challenge contest. You get the opportunity to design and create your dream bedroom. Before you start dreaming too big, you need to know this contest has a few limits. You get $1,000 to spend, and there are a few other requirements and limitations. This is your opportunity to use your design skills to plan the perfect bedroom. Like most big projects, it's best to use a design process to plan your bedroom that takes the limits of cost and space into account. Models are an important tool in designing solutions. So the modeling portion of this assignment is the worksheet with the floor plan, the grid that's 4x4, and the cutouts of like the bed and the couch and the desk and the chairs and so on, the windows and the doors. All right. So you arrange those pieces on the grid, on the floor plan grid, in order to see how your furniture will fit in the room and to make sure you meet any requirements about how it's what kind of furniture is in the room and how the furniture is laid out. Alright, this is a great time to practice all of these new skills you have been learning. Use technology tools to create models as part of the decision-making process. Alright. Directions. Design a bedroom blueprint that meets all requirements and stays within a budget. Use a spreadsheet data model to calculate costs for your design. So another portion of modeling your bedroom blueprint is creating this spreadsheet that will show how much you're spending. Okay, and then gives you two resources: the bedroom furniture cost list and the bedroom blueprint worksheet. The bedroom blueprint worksheet is the one that has the floor plan and the different items of furniture and the windows and closets and things like that. So you get that separately. I'm most concerned here with creating a spreadsheet from the bedroom furniture costs list. Okay, so if I click on that, your computer may do this a little differently. On mine, it downloads the file, and you'll see it's bedroom blueprint something another .xlsx, which means that it's an Excel spreadsheet file. All right, we're going to use Google Sheets to do our assignment. So I'm going to go into Google Drive, and let's see, Google Drive, right there. And I've already got these files up here from working on them myself, but I want to show you how to do it. So you can just take the file you downloaded and drag and drop it into your Google Drive folder that you want to save it in. And you should see this little window down here that says it's uploading it. Excuse me. Okay, so you can just double click the bedroom blueprint cost list in your Google Drive. And when it's working properly, you will have it open up in the Office editing. That's Microsoft Office editing for docs, sheets, and slides. And here it is. But we want to start a new spreadsheet in Google Sheets to do our total budget in. And we'll just cut and paste or copy and paste these costs and items from this spreadsheet into our Google Sheet. And the way we can create a Google Sheet is to go back to Drive and click New, and then Google Sheets, and then blank spreadsheet. Alright, wait for it to get fully loaded up. And whenever you start a new file, the first thing you should do is give it a good descriptive file name. Now if we look at the description, I think it tells you how you're supposed to name it. So let's see. Here it is. Name the file with your last name, Dream Bedroom Costs. Okay, so this should be called, let's say, like Mr. Bennett's dream bedroom costs. Okay, that's the way that the EasyTech lesson said to name it. All right, so we can just go here and copy and paste these items into our new Google spreadsheet that will create our budget. There we go. All right, and if you look at the example I gave you, okay, you're supposed to model yours after this. So the top row of titles should be bold. All right, so we'll just click on the whole row and click bold. And bedroom furniture instead of item is fine, but you can change that to item like the model says if you like the example I gave you. Cost, and we're supposed to have another column for number. So we could put like 2 loft beds with a desk. We couldn't actually fit that in our room, but the idea is that if you were ordering 2, it would change from $450 to $900. So our next column needs to be number, and then the 4th column, total item cost. So I'll put that in. Number and total item cost. All right, good. Now I've got my item names, I've got the dollar amounts they cost, I've got a column for the numbers of each one that I might want, and I've got a column that will show me how much I'm spending on each item. So what I need to do is, if you look at these little numbers in brackets, those are notes that I've given you. So that indicates there's a footnote you need to look at. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 footnotes. And if we go to the next page, you'll see the footnotes. So the numbers are formatted as accounting. So there's a number type that we need to change this column and this column to, called accounting. So let's just select the entire column. It ignores the words, so it's okay if you've got just that title there. It'll handle that intelligently. And change it from automatic number type to accounting number type. Okay, and you'll see if I toggle back, you'll see how the dollar sign moves over to the left. Okay, and the way the numbers look changes a little bit. Okay, excellent. And we want to do the same for here, even though we don't have numbers in them yet. We can get that format ready, change that to accounting. These we can leave on automatic because they're not dollar amounts. This column is going to be the number of each one we get, not a dollar amount. All right, now I need a row for total, a row for budget, and a row for leftover. So total, budget, and leftover. All right. Now my budget I know is 1,000, and total is going to be the sum of all the item costs in this column. So all of these added up, and the leftover is going to be my budget minus what I've spent. Now in my example I overspent, so the $635 is in parentheses, which means it's negative. It means I went over budget. Okay, so you have to make sure you do not go over budget. Your number has to not be in parentheses in order to have done this assignment correctly. All right, so let's worry about the formulas there after we've put in some numbers. Okay, so let's say we want to just order a few of these things just as an example. So let's put in some numbers in the number of items column for some of these pieces of furniture and whatnot. Let's say we wanted one twin bed, a wide dresser, a nightstand, a desk, a desk chair, and let's see, a standing mirror, or a storage bench. All right. Now we need for the 200 to be multiplied by the 1 to make a total item cost of $200 in this column. So whatever's in this column needs to be multiplied by whatever's in this column, and the result needs to be put in this column. So what we'll do is we'll take these two numbers and use the multiply operator and put the result there. Now I've noticed that when you do that, it gives you this error, but all you have to do to fix it is go in and change that colon to a comma, and that means the formula equals multiply B2 by C2. Okay, now since we don't have any number of full beds, that's basically 250 times 0 is 0. All right. Now we have the formula correctly for this cell, and we can copy the formula for all the other cells without having to retype it all in every one of them by using this little box in the lower right hand corner of the cell, the first one we did that has the formula in it. Just click and drag it across all the other cells that you want to copy that formula to, and it will automatically update those cells with the formula, and it will change the cell numbers that are being multiplied to correspond to the next row. So you see in this formula it's B2 times C2. In this formula for this cell it's B3 times C3, B4 times C4, B5 times C5, and so on. So that makes really quick work of all of that. Now I can see TV didn't get copied over here, so I need to go back. Somehow this didn't get copied. So let's pick that up. Copy. Paste. There we go. And we'll copy the formula there. So B27 times C27 is correct. Now I need to total up all of my costs and come up with the total amount that I've spent on whatever I've ordered. All right. So the way I'm going to do that is click on the first cell in the costs, and then drag down and highlight all the other cells all the way down to TV, and go up to this button and click Sum, and it will automatically, in the next cell down, put the formula for the sum of D2 all through D27. So D2 plus D3 plus D4 plus D5 and so on. All of these cells will get added up and put into this cell, whatever the result is. So you can see that 200 plus 400 plus 100 plus 400 plus 35 plus 75 is 1,210. All right. Now my budget, I know from my assignment, was $1,000 unless I was going to have a roommate, in which case I got $300 extra. Where did it say that? Yeah, you get $1,000 to spend if you're single, and then somewhere there was a note that you could have a roommate, but you'd get $300 extra to spend. Okay, not seeing it right now, but I'm gonna do a budget for having my own room with no roommate, so my budget is $1,000. Okay, and now my leftover is gonna be my budget minus my total. Okay, so it'll be D29 minus D28, and I'm going to go over budget if I leave things as they are, and so my number will be negative, and it should be in parentheses if I do it right. So I'm going to put my my selection on that cell, and I'm going to go up to the formulas, I'm going to do an operator of minus, okay, and then all I have to do is put what number minus what number with a comma in between, or what cell minus what cell with a comma in between. So I want to start with D29 and subtract from it, so comma D28, okay, and I got the right result. 1,000 minus 1,210 is negative $210. So I went over budget by $210. So I'm going to have to find a way to order different items or eliminate extra items to get under my budget. I could, maybe I don't need a nightstand. I don't know. Okay, but I see if I eliminate my nightstand, my budget, my expenditures went down to 1,110, and I have still $110 I need to eliminate from my cost because I'm over budget by $110. So it happens that 35 and 75 would put me right on target, but that may not give me all the furniture I need for my room according to the requirements in the assignment. So your challenge is to make sure you get all the items that you need: windows, doors, closets, beds, desks, lamps, and so on, that you arrange them on your floor plan in a way that gives you enough space. It said there has to be a path at least 3 feet wide to get out your door. You have to have at least 2 emergency exits. Your door has to be able to open, okay? You can't have something right in front of it. So you need to follow all those requirements with the items you purchase, and you need to spend less than, right on your budget or less than your budget. Okay, so coming in under budget would be great, but you can spend exactly the amount of your budget and still meet the requirements. So this spreadsheet and the floor plan model with the cutout pieces of furniture will help you model all those things, and that's what you should turn in. By the way, I think on my example, yeah, the totals at the bottom, the total, budget, and leftover were bold, so that's the last little detail I need to make sure I take care of. I'll just highlight all 3 cells and hit the bold key, and I have now recreated my model budget exactly, and I can just use this to do my assignment.